You know, we've all seen those sci-fi movies with robot surgeons and AI doctors. But how much of that is just Hollywood and how much is, well, right around the corner? Today, we're going to dig into how AI isn't just tweaking the field of medicine, it's about to completely reinvent what it even means to be a doctor.
So let's just ask the big question right up front. Will a robot be your next doctor? It's a wild thought, but it's a question we really need to start taking seriously. The answer might not be what you expect. Because you see, the answer isn't a simple yes or no. To really understand what's coming, we have to look at this as a journey through three totally distinct eras of artificial intelligence that are set to unfold over the next couple of decades.
And here they are. First, we have the ANI era. That's artificial narrow intelligence. And that's basically where we are now, taking us up to around 2030. Then, things get a whole lot crazier with the AGI era, or artificial general intelligence, kicking off in the 2030s. And after that, well, we enter the age of ASI, artificial superintelligence, sometime in the 2040s. Each of these isn't just a step, it's a massive leap.
All right, let's start with Era 1, the AI assistant. This isn't some far-off future. This is what's happening right now and what's going to define medicine for the rest of this decade.
So, what is this ANI thing? You've probably already heard about it, maybe as generative AI. The key thing to remember is that this AI is a specialist. It's incredibly, superhumanly good at one specific task, like spotting a tumor on an X-ray or perfectly transcribing a conversation. But it's not a generalist. It can't think outside its one little box.
And here's what's absolutely crucial for this first era. There's a human backstop. Regulatory bodies like the FDA and HHS have drawn a line in the sand. They're basically saying no matter how smart this tool gets, the final call always belongs to a human doctor. And that's a huge deal, because it means AI won't replace doctors. Not yet, but it's going to fundamentally change their entire job description.
And you can see that change right here. For radiologists, their job shifts from hunting for anomalies to auditing the AI's findings. For internists, all that soul-crushing paperwork gets automated, freeing them up to actually spend more time with patients. Surgeons become supervisors, overseeing incredibly precise robots. And psychiatrists? With AI handling the data analysis, they can focus 100% on that vital human connection. You see the pattern, right? The doctor is moving from doing the work to managing the AI that does the work.
So if you're a doctor, how do you survive and thrive in this new era? You have to become an auditor. What does that mean? First, you have to know your AI inside and out, its strengths, its weaknesses, and when it might hallucinate and make stuff up. Second, you have to be the translator, turning cold, hard data from the machine into a warm, empathetic story for the patient. And finally, you have to own it. The legal and ethical buck stops with you.
Okay, so that's the next few years. Pretty big changes, right? Well, hold on, because now we hit the tipping point. Let's jump into the 2030s and meet Era 2, the AI colleague. The jump from ANI to AEGI is, well, it's monumental. We're not talking about a tool that's just good at one thing anymore. We are talking about an AI that has general reasoning and learning abilities on par with the human. This is no longer an assistant you delegate tasks to. This is a colleague you collaborate with.
To be super clear, an AGI can learn and figure out how to solve any problem you throw at it just like a person can. It can think, it can reason, maybe it can even empathize. And this is the ultimate game changer because an AGI can figure out not just the what in medicine, but the how and the why.
Just imagine the impact this will have on a hospital. You've got an AI that has read, understood, and cross-referenced every single medical paper ever published, leading to flawless diagnoses. You have humanoid surgeons with AI brains performing operations with a level of precision that no human could ever hope to match. You have 24/7 empathetic care from an AI that never gets tired. This is a world where the technical practice of medicine becomes almost completely automated.
So, if the AGI is doing the diagnosing and the operating, what is left for the human doctor? Well, their role gets a serious promotion. They're no longer the hands-on practitioner, they become the mission commander, setting the high-level strategy and goals.
In this era, survival isn't about technical skill anymore. It's about human wisdom. The doctor's new job title is the ethicist. The AGI might present 3 medically perfect options, but the doctor is the one who sits down with you and helps you decide which path aligns with your life, your faith, your values. They'll be the ones leading the ethics councils, and maybe most importantly, they'll provide the one thing no AI ever can, the real, genuine comfort of one mortal human being to another.
Okay, if AI felt like a huge leap,
What comes next is on a completely different plane of existence. Buckle up. We're heading to the 2040s and what some people are calling the era of the AI god.
AI, artificial superintelligence. This is an intellect that isn't just as smart as a human, or even a little bit smarter. It is profoundly, unimaginably more intelligent than the smartest human who has ever lived in every single field. From science and logic to social skills and wisdom, it's a level of intelligence that's frankly hard for our brains to even comprehend.
So how does an intelligence like that actually do medicine? Through these little things, nanorobots. We're talking about microscopic, self-powered machines flowing through your bloodstream, acting as the physical hands and eyes of the ASI. They can repair individual cells, hunt down viruses one by one, and literally reprogram your biology on the fly.
And the results of this are staggering. Cancer? It's gone. Nanobots zap any cancerous cell the second it forms. Aging? That's now seen as a correctable software bug in our DNA. Major surgery? A relic of the past. Injuries are healed instantly from the inside. Even death itself gets redefined. It's no longer when your heart stops, it's when the information that makes you you is permanently lost.
So, in a world with no disease, what on earth is a doctor for? They become a philosopher. Their job is to architect the very ethics of this new reality. To ask the questions the AI can't, like, should we live forever? Or, is a life without any suffering truly meaningful? They become the guardians of the human story. And they serve as the ultimate failsafe, the person who can literally issue a physical shutdown if the technology goes wrong.
So let's bring it all home. We just got on a wild ride, watching the role of a doctor transform from a hands-on practitioner all the way to a high-level philosopher.
This chart really sums up the whole journey. Look at how the AI's role evolves from just a tool to an autonomous partner to a literal controller of biology. And as that happens, the doctor's main task shifts from supervising the AI to offering ethical guidance, and finally, to defining what humanity even means in this new world.
And I think this is the most important takeaway of all. AI isn't going to make doctors obsolete. It's going to force them to evolve. As the technology completely masters the science of medicine, human doctors will be freed and, frankly, required to focus on the art of healing. The stuff that's truly human: empathy, wisdom, and guidance.
And that really leaves us with one final, massive question to chew on. When technology can perfect our bodies and cure every possible ailment, what work is actually left for our humanity to do? Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.